Hi. On March 12th, I placed an order with Superfeet. I decided not to use Amazon, although I could have ordered it from Amazon, and in retrospect I wish I had because it would have been a lot faster for delivery time. But I went on their website and they have this nice app that helps you to choose the correct insole for your needs. And based on my needs, it suggested the orange Superfeet insoles. I have high arches and I'm on my feet for hours and hours and hours at work, and so my feet get pretty sore. Um, and so I thought, okay, this is going to give me good arch support, and it's going to be soft, and yeah, go ahead and get it. Even though the cost, not including the discount I got of $5.50, the cost was $54.95 plus tax. I opted for FedEx ground, which is supposed to ship the next business day. And so that there was no cost for that. There was only the tax of $3.33. So I figured, okay, this is recommended by several reviewers and podiatrists as being a very good insole, but it does have a break-in period that's not too long. But I had high hopes that this will be a good thing for me. So yeah, on the 12th, I placed the order, and it was, I don't remember what time it was, if it was morning or evening. And then you would think it says ships next business day. So I guess I'm gonna go on the assumption that I must have placed it in the evening of the 12th. No, that's not correct. Looking at the order here, and I'll show you the order in just a minute, I placed it in the afternoon of the 12th. See? I don't know how well you can see that, or if you can see that, but so I placed it on March 12th at 1:25 p.m. and it says ships next business day. So that means it should have shipped on Monday, but it didn't actually ship until Tuesday, I believe it was. No, it did ship on Monday, sorry. So I got this notification, and I'm going to click on the tracking number just to show you. It kind of seems to have gotten a bit delayed in transit. Apparently it came from Washington State, so it took quite some time to get here. But if you look, you can see there that it started out in Burlington, Washington, on the 15th, and that's when it arrived at the FedEx location. Didn't leave FedEx until the 16th, and then it went to Troutdale, Oregon, and then it went to Greenwood, Indiana. Why it took that many days to get from Troutdale to Greenwood, I don't know. I guess that's the consequence of using FedEx Ground. It's kind of like using the Postal Service. It's slow. Lebanon, Ohio, which is not far from where I live, and then it was delivered this afternoon. Approximately, let's see if we count that then, from the 12th to the 23rd, we're talking about 11 days from the time I ordered it to the time it was delivered. And it came in a nice 2-pair box, which you can see right here. See, is that a 2-pair? And let's go ahead and take a look. Unsurprisingly, the packaging contains an awful lot of orange. And this is a size, what was it again? I ordered a U.S. size male, 11.5 to 13. You never know with different brands. Different brands seem to have their own size routine system, so it's really frustrating to buy things because not every company uses the same size system for shoes or clothes or anything. I mean, I went to a Burlington coat factory to try and get some shorts once, and I had found some that were supposedly my size, but when I tried them on, they were rather a bit too small. They didn't match the size that was listed for them, and I had to go up a couple of sizes more just to find one. Or maybe it was the reverse, but in any event, it didn't fit, even though it was supposed to be the right size. I digress. Sorry. So it says the fit profile is high profile and high volume, and high impact foam. So step on a pair of Superfeet and find out how good your feet can feel. Shock absorbing relief, satisfaction guaranteed, moisture wick with odor control. Well, let's see. The fit profile says high profile insole that offers a deep and narrow heel cup for maximum support. Fits best in all types of medium and high volume footwear with removable insoles like athletic shoes and boots. Anyways, I'm not going to read the rest of this. It does say Superfeet satisfaction guaranteed. If you're not satisfied, go to superfeet.com/guarantee. It is a 100% employee-owned company, and they donate 1% of sales to help people get back on their feet physically and financially. How long will a pair last? Up to 12 months or 500 miles, which means it's not going to last very freaking long for me, since I walk so many miles every single day in the warehouse. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I got to remove the insoles that are in there, line it up and trace and trim and insert it. So I have to actually trace it or trim it if it's not the right size. So let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. Dun dun. You know what? I'm gonna prop this up so I don't have to keep on holding it. It's kind of awkward. There we go. Orange. So we have, just taking the left-hand one here, this part of the insole is a very flexible rubber. It's softish. It's not stiff or anything like that. It's not as comfortable as I had hoped for. And then this part you can see is a hard plastic. It's not really flexible very much. I mean, I could probably flex it more, but it doesn't really flex that much. And the inside has got, I can feel cushioning all the way up to about the arch. There is no arch to speak of. I mean, yes, you can say there's an arch right there. You can kind of see it, but that is not a high arch like the app that chose for me said it was. So this to me looks like a medium arch support. I'm just going to step on it and see how it feels just without a shoe. And I can only hope that once I get it in my shoe, it's going to feel better. Yeah, so I can feel that it's supporting my heel, but I feel absolutely a minimum of arch support at this moment. So I'm going to go ahead and extract from my shoes, my work shoes, my $165 overpriced Rockies that are not comfortable, but they're durable, and they are good for not slipping in water, but ice and snow, they still, and slush, they'll still slip. Anyways, I digress again. So let's see if I can pop this one in here. Hopefully it's the exact right size, because I hate to cut it if I don't need to. Alright, I'm going to untie the laces, just to give me a little more wiggle room. It's not getting in there easily, but there we go. Got that one in, and now I will put the other one in. Prior to this, I was using double insoles, the insoles that come with my Rockies, which I'll never buy again. The Rockies. I mean, these insoles are actually relatively soft. But I had to buy an extra insole to add onto it. I don't remember if this is Walmart or what it is, but By themselves, neither of them provide me with enough support. I had to have double. And even then, after hours of walking, my feet hurt. Working full time, it sucks. Alright, so let's get this in here. And
call from +19205893077.
Pause you. Okay, so I've got the insoles in my shoes now. I guess I have to prove that I've got them in, right? Because you're thinking, oh, Glenn's just lying to us. He didn't do it. Well, look, you turkeys. There it is. See? Orange. And it's in the other one. I'm not taking off both shoes just to please you. I've got it in both of my shoes. Now, here's the first thing I'm going to say. While I could not feel much arch support on the floor, on my carpeting, I can definitely feel it now. So I'm pleased about that. It seems to almost be the right height. I think maybe I have extra high arches, so it's almost the right height for my arches, but I'm not an expert on what would be the right height, what it should feel like, because I've never actually had arch support insoles before. But yeah, I can feel it. Now I'm told that supposedly there is a break-in period before you know whether or not it's working for you or not. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set this video aside. I'm not going to publish it yet. Once I have used the Superfeet for a while, I guess I'll give it a month maybe, I will let you know by adding to this video and publishing the whole thing. So for you, it's all going to be one long thing, one video, but for me, I must be patient. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day. Okay, so I have the conclusion for you of my review of the Superfeet Orange insoles. And the verdict is, and I'm sorry, it didn't take me a month to come to this conclusion. I wore this for a few days, and okay, so it was better than the combination of the two old insoles that I had, but it was not as good as it should have been, especially for a $50 plus insole. And I ended up having to put the Rocky insoles underneath it to give me extra support, which tells you, it wasn't worth the $50. Now, you got to understand, though, I have very high arches, and I have very sensitive feet, so maybe the Superfeet Orange insoles will work for you, but for me, sorry, they are not good enough. So I'm actually going to see a foot doctor to get some custom orthotics made for me so that I stop suffering, because I've been suffering for decades walking around on my feet. It's gotten worse as I've gotten older. So actually, the Superfeet people were great. When I contacted them to tell them that their insoles did not work for me, they wrote me back and said, hey, here's what you're going to do. Write RMA, and then, which means Return Merchandise Authorization. And then they gave me the number. Write that on both of the insoles, send us a photograph, and then you can either throw them away or you can donate them to somebody who needs them or whatever. Which is great, because it gives me the opportunity to find a replacement for them before I get rid of them. And it also gives me the opportunity to donate if somebody needs them. They're size 13s. Not everybody has big feet like me, but maybe somebody can make use of them who won't have as much trouble as I have finding good insoles. And hey, if you can buy them at a charity store for $10 instead of paying $50-some, that's a pretty good deal, don't you think? So what I'll do is I'll sprinkle baking soda on them. Baking soda is really good for killing odor. So if you have stinky tennis shoes or whatever, just pour a bunch of baking soda in there, shake it around inside so it covers all the inside surfaces, and do that with both of them. And make sure when you use it next, you're wearing clean socks and your feet are clean, and you should notice that the smell goes away. You may have to, depending on your activity, how often your shoes get wet, how often you sweat a lot in your shoes and stuff like that, you may have to reapply the baking soda, but it works, guaranteed. So, anyways, so right now I've still got them in my shoes, but I'm going to get rid of them after the doctor gives me some custom orthotics. And thank you, Superfeet, for being such good sports about it. I think it's a good product. I'm not sure if if it warrants the price that they charge for it, and I didn't even get the really expensive ones that they offer for the same purpose. But you know, it doesn't hurt to try, and I do like the fact that they offer an application on their website that helps you to choose which ones are going to work best for you. But you do have to have an understanding of your feet, and some understanding of what's going wrong with your feet in order to choose properly. So if you don't understand some of the terminology like plantar fasciitis, which is basically there's a foot muscle that runs basically from here to here, and it gets all tensed up. And what I found is the best thing to do was to, let me see if I can kind of demonstrate here. You put your foot onto a surface. Move, Sherlock. No, move. Thank you. You put your foot onto a surface like this where the ball of the feet, dang, I can't even, alright, well, I can't tell if, I'm sorry, I can't demonstrate it this way. But basically, you stand on like a stair or something solid that's not going to shift, with your feet kind of suspended out. So basically, from the ball of the foot forward, you're going to have on that stair. Hold on to a rail, and you're going to let your heel, so your feet's going to be straight, and then you're going to let your heel sink. And as it sinks, actually the muscles in the back of your foot, the Achilles tendon area, the muscles and tendons back there, you're going to have to relax them. And as they relax, as it bends more and more and more, it's going to cause the plantar fascia muscle to relax, stretch out. And if you do that often enough, daily, it can relieve, if not get rid of, like in my case, it got rid of plantar fasciitis. I highly recommend it. But anyways, so that's my review of Superfeet Orange Insoles, and thank you very much and have a great day.